Hey YouTube, this is only GI Nerd Commander here with a review, part one of two of a quick review of the 1992 Kenner Aliens line. Uh, Here we can see two of them. We have the Gorilla Alien and the Crab Alien. Um, Really unique figures, to say the least. Like I've said before, a lot of the toys in the 90s, they were made on video games and movies that weren't necessarily aimed at kids, but of course, it's the 90s. Everything had a toy, which is cool with me, especially with these guys, because these are some of the kings of their time. We're going to first take a look at the Crab Alien. Um, Tons and tons of stuff going on with this guy. So much so that it's hard to even get it all in camera. Let's try it back up as far as we can. I'll start with, yeah, I mean, you have the articulation of the tail. I can go over. All of these can move. They can only move one way, one little swivel, which does hinder it because you really can't move one without having to move the other. But that's not really all that bad. As you'll see, he has two little holes in his chest here. And if I can move his large pincer claws down, two little small aliens would have been in here, and you could fire them somehow. I don't actually remember how. I don't see a button on here, so I think it was something you had to do with flicking the back of this. You just flick. There you go, and boom, they pop out. So that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I misplaced them. I think I still have them. I hope I do, because this was one of my favorite ones. But I was so excited to do this video, I decided not to spend the days and hours trying to hunt them down. So as you'll see, he does have two holes. See the little spring in there. He still actually looks really cool without them, so it's really not a problem. One of the cool things I really liked about this figure was the pinchers themselves. They're pretty sweet. They look pretty badass, if you ask me. And his tail has a little mouth back here. That's pretty cool. So you really can't move it too much more than over the figure's head itself. But that also did help with standing him up. So yeah, this guy was awesome. And if you're like me and you grew up, staying up late watching Aliens and playing Doom, the next best thing to that was, having your GI Joes, battle them. It was fucking awesome. It was great. Another cool thing about these guys is they would come with their own mini comic books. I'm not a big comic book guy, but there's one series oh, don't you fall down on me. There's one series I was always really into, and that's actually Alien and Predator. So, oh, Duke is really getting it good in the corner there. So, anyway, oh boy, my phone is going off like a bastard. Hold on one second, folks. I'm gonna hold this guy right here, and like I said, I'm just gonna check this real quick. We got a text from Carlos. And we have two more messages. Let's find out where they're from. Okay, there we go. All right, we will set that aside. Anyway, a real cool thing about these guys was that they would actually come with their own mini comic books, a little bit of a backstory, and also a face hugger alien, which is really cool. It fit on the uh, human figures that would come with, or not come with these guys per se, but that you could also get. So that is the Crab Alien, one of my personal favorites. He was always one of my favorites because he always reminded me of a character that you would see in Doom. So that's him. I'm going to set him aside. And speaking of Doom, the G.I. Joe figure that I've already said looks a lot like he should be in Doom. The POC Wave 3 Duke getting manhandled by the Gorilla Alien. Release him, Gorilla. Oh, his action feature is that he could actually grab the figures, which is awesome. This is the first one I got, and still one of my most beloved toys. As you can kind of see, some of the paint is definitely worn on the inside of the mouth there. There's a small extra mouth in there, but you can only kind of see the bottom tooth now. But you could actually fill this up with water, so he could hold the figure and then spray acid, all over the figure. stay still there, guy. Squirt, 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 squirt. So he give him the facial. There you go. Kind of cool tail with like this little 3-pronged hand thing. Really cool. One of my favorite things about this figure, I mean, he's lasted the test of time. A little bit of paint is definitely worn off on the face here, but this blue, this silvery blue with the black, oh, it still looks so nice. Still looks great. And a lot of great detail was put in these figures. I mean, all throughout you can see the muscle structure, the skeletal structure, the claws. Everything looks great on these guys. I do remember, here's a quick GI Nerd Commander story. I do remember being in a second-hand store years and years and years and years back, and they had the entire series of these guys still in the package. And I wish, I mean, of course, now I wish I would have gone back, bought them, told myself not to open them, because it would be so cool to own all of these guys still in the package. Oh, he's clapping for you. He's clapping for you because he knows that you're giving a thumbs up to this video. He's clapping because he knows that you're going to thumbs up, you're going to comment, rate, and subscribe, all the cool stuff that you know you got to do. So he's clapping for you. So he's giving you an applause. Anyway, folks, yeah, like I said, I mean, these guys were just, their articulation, it was, pretty basic for their time. But the look of them is just incredible, and in my opinion, it still stands up. It still stands up after all these years. They still look really, really cool. Yeah. One of my favorite things is also the exoskeleton that they would have throughout these guys. I mean, they really went all out. I mean, these guys were never featured in a movie or anything, but it didn't really matter. They made their own mythology just with their merit of being really well sculpted. And they all had cool little action gimmicks. So, there you go. This has been the one and only GI Nerd Commander. Well, before I go, though, I do want to say that I got the inspiration to do this video after watching one of my favorite new YouTube channels. Maybe not new to some people, but new to me. The Chatter Girls. They did a really cool video about aliens, and you should really go check them out. Take the time, check them out, subscribe to their videos, and you'll be happy you did, because they have a great channel, really funny. One of my favorites I've ever seen on here. So, I mean, if come on, check it out, y'all. Check it out. So there you are. That's the gorilla alien and the crab alien. Expect a few more of these leading up to, well, maybe one more of these, and then hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, Predator fans. Yes, there will be a Predator video. So, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And I have nothing left to say. So, goodbye.